All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Guna Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time we are reviewing and doing player ratings for Arsenal versus Frankfurt. And joining me is my partner in crime, my brother from another mother, Lee. Say hello to the people, brother.
Well, I would say good evening, but it's not a good evening, is it, really? It's same old, isn't it? Same old, same old. I actually thought we played all right until they scored. Then after that, it was just capitulation.
Peak. It was just peak, straight up.
We didn't even look like scoring after they went 2-1 up. Do you know what I mean? We genuinely didn't look like scoring, which is worrying, like proper worrying, bruv. And I thought his starting 11 was wrong. I didn't want Xhaka in there. Actually, it turns out I thought he was our best player. I'm not even lying. Listen, I'm not biased. You know that. Everyone who watches our streams knows that. But I actually thought he was our best player. That's not saying he was fantastic, but that was probably one of his best performances for the last 12 months. Yeah, the way he skinned that guy down the right wing, he nutmegged him. Yeah, and put the ball into Chambers, who ballooned it over the bar. I actually thought he played all right, but like I said, his subs were off key, proper weird. Why take Martinelli off? I don't get that. Why leave Pepe on the bench in the first place? Why leave Laka on the bench? Why bring Torreira on when we need a goal? Don't get it, mate.
There's just nothing that makes sense about the entire performance, and that's the thing. I mean, much like you, I actually thought we played quite well in the first half. You know, we've just come from Lee's watch along, for anyone who doesn't know. And we were watching the game, and actually we were moving the ball about well, pressing at some point.
The press was good.
And I thought we looked feisty, we looked ready, we looked fresh, and we looked like we were ready for battle. And then the first half ended, and then second half, I don't know what happened. It's like we just presented our asses on a platter for these guys. And they slipped on a condom and just went in straight up. It was just an absolute capitulation of the highest order, and there's not really much else to say about it. It wasn't even a surprise, and I know it annoys people when me and Lee do like ironic laughing and make jokes out of the situation, because I just come to the point now with Arsenal: you either cry or you laugh, and I ain't crying for these lot. So I'm just gonna laugh, because it's just, I don't really know what to do. It's not a laugh because I find the situation funny. It's a laugh like, these lot can't be that crap. They can't be that crap. And as it turns out, actually they are. Actually, they've tapped out on the manager. The manager seemingly tapped out on the job. The only one who still believes he can do it at this point is Raul. Supposedly, according to you guys in the chat room, they believe that, you know, that in a few hours Emery will be sacked. I hope.
According to the Mirror, Emery was sacked when Frankfurt scored their second. Well, that night he was standing there going, £12 million payoff.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I don't see it.
Everyone's bigging up Judges and Kenny. Big up both of them, by the way. I haven't seen any of that because we're working. Yeah, we're busy.
Yeah.
But I will see that. And listen, Ken is our boy, and it come on, bro.
Yeah. Easily one of my favorite fan cam, straight up.
All day, and Judges too. Judges as well, bro.
I like Judges fan cams as well.
But you know what, right? I know you've put the title as Emery out. Yeah.
To be fair, I put the thumbnail as Emery out, but I put the title as, at this point, Raul, it's your fault.
Yeah, and oh yeah, sorry, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, sorry, yeah, the thumbnail. No, you've put the actual sign that them people were holding up.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, I've just clocked it. But yeah, I'm just baffled as to what Raul is seeing. But do you know what? Somebody told me this, and I didn't know this, right? Because I was like, just sack him. Yeah, the other week, sack him after Leicester. And somebody put in the comment section, I can't remember who it was, but big up who that was. He said the whole time Raul was at Barcelona, he never sacked a manager midway through a season. He let them have that whole season.
Oh, is it?
And if you look back,
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah,
did, because Rijkaard did the whole season and finished third, I think, and then Pep came in after that. Yeah, and then Pep took him from third to great. Yeah, but he's never sat. So I get his loyalty. I get why he's being like that. I get that he wants to just ride the season out. The worst that can happen is we're not in Europe. We lose a few quid. But then the next guy comes in
and has a bigger job.
And yeah, rather than, well, has less pressure because it can't get any worse. So let's say we kept Emery and that's his philosophy. Like, let's not sack him. Let's keep him. And we finish 10th, yeah, or 8th, whatever.
Or lower.
Yes, we might not be able to attract the biggest manager in the world, of course. But when you then appoint that next manager, you're under less pressure because you've only got to go from 10th up to anywhere above 6th. And it's an achievement, yeah? Whereas if we sack him now, the next guy comes in, he's under massive pressure. Yeah, massive pressure because the fan base are volatile. We've gone years and years without a title, 15 by the end of this season. Or 20, no, it'd be 20, yeah, 15, 2004, wasn't it? So yeah, but I don't know. Listen, like when he first came in, I was gassed, bruv, yeah? Not, well, Emery as well, right? Because it was just a different voice. Yeah, it was a different guy. It was not the same generic press conferences, but now it's got into that. It's gone to that. What has he done and changed since last season from the first of them 8 games that we fell apart? What's happened? Because we've won in the league, I think 7 out of 21 games since then.
Since April, yeah.
Yeah. 7 out of 21, bruv.
When I heard that stat, I was like, oh my, it's so much worse than we thought. So much worse.
And if you look at the teams as well, Palace, yeah, Palace, we've played them twice. We've not won either of them games. We've lost and drawn. Yeah, Brighton, we lost. Yeah. Sheffield United, promoted. Yeah. Who else was there back end of last season? I can't remember. Bournemouth, maybe?
Brighton, Palace at home.
Brighton and Palace. Bournemouth.
I feel like Wolves, maybe away, something like that.
Yeah, Wolves away, Leicester away.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-0, 3-0, or 3-0, 3-1, whatever it was. So if you look at the teams, listen, don't get me wrong, Leicester and Wolves are very good, right? But Wolves are in their first season in the Premier League. Right?
Yeah. We should have beaten them.
Watford, says the Revenant. Watford.
Yeah, Watford, yeah. Watford
and
away.
And then we've played Watford again and drawn. Yeah, this season. Yeah. It's like what was the other game? Aston Villa. We just managed to win that game, but Everton. There's so many teams that you look at there, and you just think like we should be beating them. And if you look at the 21 games since then, from when it capitulated, I get it. They took their eye off the ball for the Europa League, yeah. But then when you do that, and I'll come back to Jose. Jose threw his eggs into the Europa League basket at United, yeah, and said, well, we can't get top 4 now. It's gone. We're not even thinking about that. We're going to go for Europa League, yeah. At that point, when he said that in beginning of April, mid-April, I knew they'd win that, yeah. And that is the difference. This lot took the eye off the ball. I remember Granit Xhaka giving a penalty away against Brighton. Everyone can blame that Crystal Palace game all they like, yeah, right? That weren't the game. That Brighton game, when Granit Xhaka gave that away, it just walked off like it was nothing. I thought, you know what, you're an idiot, bruv. Yeah. And then if you do that and you take your eye off the ball and then you get to that final, which we did, and fair play, we battered Valencia, yeah, you have to win it. And you're playing a team that have wanted their manager out all season. The manager's fully quitting because he don't want to get sacked. He's like, I'm going Juve, bruv. Yeah, right. And he got them top 4 and they battered us in the final. We actually capitulated. I watched it again a couple of weeks back, yeah. I think it was 68th minute they scored their first goal. Yeah? 4-1. 68 minutes, bruv. Look at tonight. They did nothing today until they scored. And what a goal that was from that guy, by the way. That first goal was brilliant. Yeah, their equaliser, yeah. After that, we never looked like scoring a goal. And they were the only team that were going to win the game. Yeah? How? And the manager's going, let me bring Torreira on. We need a goal. Idiot, man. But I don't blame him anymore. I haven't blamed him since maybe Leicester. Yeah, the Leicester game, the Southampton game, you can't blame him. Yeah, he don't want to be there. He's resigned to the fact he's getting potted. He's just waiting for the payoff, and why wouldn't he? We'd all do the same. And I've said this before on the stream here. If he quits and says, I'm leaving, no club will touch him because he's a quitter. Yeah,
exactly.
So he's waiting to get sacked, so his credibility is kind of intact. He won't get because us again. But
I don't even necessarily just think it's credibility. I just think, and I said this to you earlier, bruv, who's walking away? Who's leaving their job if they don't necessarily have to? If they know that if they hold on, they'll eventually get sacked and get a payout. Not a lot of people are going to do that. A lot of people are going to wait until they're sacked. So I get it. I understand. Unfortunately, you hope that the men on top are ruthless enough to make difficult decisions where possible. And mate, I wish I could. I promise. I wish I could. I would. I would love to buy Arsenal. First of all, I wish I was that rich to even consider it. How much more anything else? But yeah. All right, let's get into the player rating because I know you got your own player ratings to do. Let's start.
I've still got to upload my morning video. My Wi-Fi is that dead. It's going to take nearly 2 hours to upload, and it's midnight now. I'm still going to be up at 4 a.m., bruv. Trust. Take as long as you want. Take as long as you want, bruv. I have got all night. I can sleep all day tomorrow.
All right, let's go. Over 200 people watching. Please do stick a like on this video. Hit that subscribe button. I am just over 250 away from my 7K target before Christmas.
Get it done.
Let's see if we can get this done. Let's close it out. All right, let's talk about Emilio Martinez. The one thing I will say for him is distribution is excellent. Shot stopping, on the other hand, I still don't think it's that great. Now, whilst I don't think he could have done anything about the first goal, I can't help look at that second goal and think, yeah, you couldn't get to your near post better than that.
You're harsh, man. You're
harsh. Maybe I'm being harsh. Maybe I am being harsh.
The guy didn't even hit it that clean. Yeah, but he got the accuracy on it.
The second goal, though.
That's what I'm saying. The second goal, he didn't hit it that clean as he did the first, but hit it accurate into that bottom left. And he's got a sea of players in front of him that are all rushing out to the ball. I can't blame it. I can't blame that goalkeeper, man. No, neither of them goals. I thought he played all right. I wouldn't say he was fantastic, but he didn't scare me or panic me or put us under pressure like Leno has recently. I don't know. Maybe I'd give him a 6.
Okay.
I'd give him a 6. I thought he was all right. I wouldn't say he was poor. I think he was just above average.
I'd give him a 5. I'd give him a 5. Let's talk about these centre backs. Let's start with Callum Chambers. How do you think he did?
My man was fully on the penalty spot at one point.
Yeah,
over the bar, bruv. Like, why?
Yeah. I think he tried. I think he tried to get forward as much as he possibly could. I'm hoping he wasn't playing right wing back because I think that would have absolutely been ridiculous. But I don't think he was as poor as people make out. I've seen people say 3s and stuff. But my man saying 3. No, I don't think he was a 3.
I don't think there was a single player that was lower than a 4.
Okay.
I said that towards the end of the stream.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody played particularly that badly. But I don't think anyone was more than maybe a 6.
Okay.
I think there's a few that were a 6. The keeper for me was a 6. I didn't mention that when you asked me who my man of the match was. Obviously, I'll come to that in a minute, yeah. But I forgot about Martinez because you think of outfield, innit? Yeah. I don't think anyone's worthy of a 7 in that team tonight. But I don't think anyone's worthy of below a 4.
Okay.
Because I don't think we played that bad. But I don't think we played that great. And we were in control of that game at 1-0. But as soon as they scored, our heads just dropped and we just gifted them the win. Yeah, but like I said, both goals, the first goal, I don't think you can blame anyone for that. That was just a great finish and it was just whatever. The second goal, again, you look at it and you go, well, he's kind of miskicked it, but is so accurate? And who was actually supposed to be marking him? Yeah, it weren't an individual error in my opinion. It may be actually, maybe it was because somebody should have been marking him. For me, it should have been Aubameyang. Yeah, but I don't know. Go on. What are you giving Chambers, bro?
I'm going to give him a 5. No, I'm coming like Ty now, but I'm going to give him a 5. I think I thought it was okay.
I agree. I'm giving him a 5.
What about your boy Tierney?
I thought he was poor. I thought he was the worst of the back line.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually do. And they got more joy. Not so much first half. First half, I didn't really notice him going forward at all. Yeah, it was more Saka. Yeah, he was more releasing Saka rather than him overlapping Saka. Yeah, I didn't see him put a ball into the box. I might have missed it, but I don't think that I see him put a ball into the box tonight, which is weird. I didn't see him overlapping Saka.
Do you think that was instruction from the manager?
Well, it seemed a bit weird that he weren't overlapping Saka. He was getting the ball and he was passing it quickly down the wing to Saka. Yeah, but every time our defence done that, we had a 4-on-4.
Yeah.
Which is why then I said I understand why Ozil came on, because we were picking the wrong pass every time. Yeah. So you bring on the best passer. But I don't know. It was a lackluster performance from him. I'm going to give him a 4, bruv. I thought he was the worst out of that back line. Yeah. Okay. Defensively, they were going down his side pretty much the whole of the second half. They weren't going down the other side so much. It was more down his side. The first goal came from down his side, but like I said, I can't blame anyone for that goal in my opinion. But yeah, I didn't see him going forward at all. And defensively, I don't think he was that great tonight. So yeah, 4.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with the 4. I've seen Tierney play a lot better. Let's put it that way. I'm not at this stage yet. You always know that there's someone that's going to say some bars like this when a certain player doesn't show the sort of prowess that you expect them to show. I think people need to hold fire judging some of these summer signings until we get a real manager that allows them to express themselves. I think we should hold fire on comments like this personally, but that's just my view. Okay, let's talk about the centre-backs. Starting with Mustafi.
I thought he was probably... No, not probably. I actually think he was the best out of the back line.
Agreed.
And he gets a hard time off of our fans, including me. I've once called him the worst centre-back we've ever had. Yeah. But I actually thought he played all right. And do you know what? Anyone who's not seen the press conference he actually spoke really well in that press conference. And that is why I get so wound up with Xhaka, because he gets more criticism than Granit Xhaka. And look how he's handled it, bruv. He ain't come out with stupid little Instagram posts and coming out giving it all this. And yeah, he's just sucked it up. He's took it. It's probably upset him. It's probably hurt him. He gets abuse against his family and stuff like that, the same as Xhaka. Yeah. But he's just got down with his job. He's carried on. He's not moaned. He's not cried. He's not said anything. And his performances this season have actually been really good. And tonight he was our best player in defence. Yeah. Defensively, I thought he was all right. I'm going to give him a 6. Like I said, I ain't giving no one a 7, yeah? But I think Martinez and him are worthy of a 6.
I give him a 6 as well. Gosh, we are agreeing a lot. I give him a 6. I thought he was pretty good, actually. In fact, in a lot of ways, until he picked up his injury and had to come off, I actually think defensively is when we started looking really vulnerable, which I never thought I would say about Mustafi. But yeah, I actually think, I'll give Mustafi a 6. I thought he played pretty well. Don't know about starting on Sunday. Apart from anything, he's got an injury, but yeah, I think fair play to him. David Luiz.
I take back what I said about not giving anyone. Oh, actually, hang on.
You weren't that bad.
No, he weren't. But hang on, was he playing centre mid or DM, or was he playing centre back? Because
judge it by how you saw it.
I only go, well, I think he was playing DM. So,
all right, so you're not
go back for man of the match, yeah. So, yeah, you crack on with David Luiz. I'll rip him on the next week.
What a cop out. For me, I don't think he was good enough for a 5. So I'll give him a 4. I just feel like I just feel like with Luiz, I just don't get it. I was so against the signing. I was trying to appear to be positive, but I was so against it because I've never rated him as a signing. Now all of a sudden we're playing him almost like a attacking centre back stroke DM stroke. Why are we suddenly starting to do this?
I don't understand how we're testing him at DM for the first time under Emery, in a game where Emery's under so much pressure.
So much pressure, exactly.
It's like, why are you doing that now? Why didn't you do that on the first game of the season?
Yeah, agreed. And to be fair, he picked up his injury pretty early in the game, so he doesn't deserve more than a 4 to me. So 4 for me. And Socrates, I'll say this nice and early, a 3. I was the worst defender out of all of them. For me, Socrates will be lucky. If it was up to me, it's January, I'm looking for a move for him. I honestly am.
Well, I actually miss Socrates, so I can mark him, can't I?
Yes.
Yeah. I think Tierney was worse than him, but I'm going to mark him the same.
Okay.
And the reason I'm going to mark him the same is because when I've marked Martinez and Mustafi the same, I'm also going to give my man of the match the same score. But I think that they were slightly better. So you can give a different level of same score. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to give Socrates a 4, but I do think Tierney was worse. But I don't think he was quite a 3, Tierney. But I don't think Socrates was either. Okay. I think Tierney was worse than Socrates, but he weren't quite a 5 Socrates, and Tierney weren't quite a 3, if that made any sense.
Okay, I hear you. All right, then. Let's talk about, I suppose you stopped market here, so we'll find out what your man in the match is in a second. Guendouzi, I thought.
Oh, hang on. He was the sub, bruv. So we do that at the end.
Oh, he was a sub, an early sub, but he was a sub.
Yeah.
Joe Willock. I thought Joe Willock was good. I do think he has a habit of holding the ball up for too long, and sometimes he doesn't find the right pass because of it, because he should find that pass maybe half a second quicker than he does. But I also think that's the sort of thing that you hope your manager helps you develop and train on and get timing, and we just haven't got that with Emery at the moment. So I'm not going to crap on him too much for it. But with Joe Willock, I don't think he was as amazing as people make out on the stream. I did think he faded in the second half.
He holds on all too long, bruv. Yeah, and that's something that a lot of people hate on Guendouzi for.
Agreed.
In the first half, first 10 minutes of the game, not even 10 minutes, I think it was 8 minutes, he's gone down the wing, he's bombing forward, he's got Martinelli bursting away down that side, he's got Aubameyang making a run that side, he's got Saka open on that side, he's got the guy chasing him, he's running at the centre-backs, and it's like, release the ball, do something. And the guy chasing him gets the ball. And it's like, this is why I understand why he brought Ozil on in the end. Because if that was Ozil, firstly, he wouldn't have got away that far from the guy, but the guy probably would have caught him up. But at that point, he sprays the ball quick. Yeah. So I get it, but I thought
it's worth mentioning to everybody, both these guys are exactly the same age. They're both 20. I think we should cut all of them, both of them, slack sometimes. I do think we're poor at doing that as a fan base. But for me, I think Willock was a 5. That's just my view. Who played in the middle with him?
Xhaka.
Oh, Granit Xhaka. I'll be real with you guys. I thought Xhaka played pretty well. I did. Defensively, he made one really good tackle that I was very impressed with. And I think he was slowly trying to subtly influence his way into the game, moved the ball relatively quickly for Granit Xhaka.
Down the right wing like a prime Ronaldinho. Bro.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on here? I won't go as far as to say he was man of the match, but to me, I think he was a 6. I think he was very good for Xhaka. Very good.
That was one of his best games for a long time. Yeah, and listen, you got to give credit where it's due. I can't stand the geezer, mate. I think what he done was a disgrace. I don't think he should have ever played for the club again. Yeah. I said on stream that I wouldn't sell him because that benefits him. Yeah. So stick him in the under-23s. Don't ever play him for the under-23s and just pay him every week until his contract ends, which is quite a long contract, by the way. I think it's 3 years, 3.5 years. But by that time, he's finished because he's not played a game for 3.5 years. But you just keep paying him, yeah? What he done was a disgrace, yeah? I'm not going to go down that road again because I went on a mad one earlier. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but I can give credit where it's due. And this is why people get me mixed up. So I was like, you're a hater. You're a hater. No. I've sat here all night and said, I understand why Ozil came on. He's the best passer in the team. Yeah. I get why he brought Ozil on. At the same time, I cannot stand Granit Xhaka. Yeah. For me, he was man of the match. For us. That's not saying he's a 7 because I told you no one's getting a 7. But for me, he was a 6. He wasn't quite a 7. But I do think that he had a really good game. There's somebody sent me a picture at the end of the game. He's laughing with one of their players. Yeah. Like a lot of people are going to make a thing of that. Oh, Granit Xhaka was laughing at the end of the game and this and that. Me and you were laughing. We were laughing from the minute they scored the second, bruv. Yeah. Because it is embarrassing. Yeah. He might have been laughing because he knows the guy and he like just said, oh, you done well tonight. I thought you were going to get stick or something. It might have been a. Do you know what I mean?
And sometimes it's just a disbelief laugh. Like, how are we in this position?
But this is what people don't get. They don't get what you think. I'll give you an example, right? When me and Kenny Ken done that Europa League final, yeah, and we were laughing, yeah, I was fully laughing after the third winning, bruv, yeah, because it was just like it was a shock, like a laugh, like oh my god, we're actually crap. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like you go past caring anymore. Like you go past the ranting and the screaming and shouting, which is what I'm done with Emery now.
I figured you might want to respond to that.
You're a hater unless it's Guendouzi who's garbage. Thanks for watching, bruv. Stick a like on the video.
Yes,
if you're
please.
not subscribed to my channel, fully do it. Fully go and follow Lee Gunner 82 on Insta. Lee Gunner AFC on Facebook as well. Yeah. Thanks for watching, mate. Lee by Arsenal. Well, not quite yet, bruv. Not quite yet. But no, listen, like I say what I see and people don't like it because I'm just raw and straight to the point sometimes. I don't like Granit Xhaka. I've had the opportunity to meet the guy twice. He was literally 5 foot in front of me. Nah, not for me. Same with Mesut. I do regret, yeah, it's the only thing I've ever regretted in my life is not getting a selfie with Ozil.
Selfie with him, yeah.
All of his fans.
Twitter.
I can go, ping, have you got one of them, bruv? Yeah, now who's the hater? But no, I do think that Xhaka was man of the match for us. I'm wounded. I don't think I'll sleep tonight. You know what I mean? Good luck at work tomorrow, bro. I'm going down the beach. Yeah, it's going to be 21 degrees tomorrow. You have a good day, but yeah, I'm going to give Xhaka a 6, the same as Mustafi and Martinez. But like I said, I can give the same score, like I did with them two, but make him man of the match because I do think that he was better than Mustafi and Martinez without being quite a 7. Mm-hmm. And listen. Fair play to him, yeah. I don't particularly like him. I don't particularly think he's a good footballer. Yes, it was an easier game to come into because there was less fans there tonight. But he actually played really well. Bruv, I've never seen him nutmeg anyone. My man fully went down that right wing, nut somebody and put a ball into Chambers that should have been a goal. Mm. Yeah. He was getting stuck in. He was tackling. He was tracking back. Yeah, 6. Man of the match for me.
Not quite my man of the match, but I also gave him a 6. I thought he was pretty good. Who was just ahead of him?
Martinelli, Saka, and Aubameyang.
Oh, of course, yeah. Saka. I'm gonna lie, disappointed. Disappointed. I do think he tries, but on hindsight, you were right. I don't think this was the game to start him in.
Yeah.
See, these are the sort of games that you protect kids from. Because this team's already under a lot of scrutiny and pressure. And you just want to protect the kids from these sort of games and let the proven players rise to the occasion in these games. Because now you're just having, I've seen it all throughout the chat, people talking, oh, Saka is ish and he's overrated and yada, yada, yada.
He is overrated. Don't get me wrong. He's well overrated, bruv. Yeah, this fan base see him put a ball in against Karabag, yeah? That ended up in a goal that was disallowed and thought, oh my God, it's another Jeff Adelaide. It's another Jeff Adelaide. Yeah. like it's another Zellerman. Yeah, remember him? Jesus Christ! But this is how desperate our fan base has become. It's like we hope and pray that a kid that's quick and can cross the ball and take a man on is then going to be the next best thing. Yeah. Whereas the fact and reality is, he don't score goals and he don't create goals.
Emily was at the game, by the way, today.
Big up, Emily.
She was at the game.
Loads of arguments, but the fact and reality is Saka does not score and does not create. And I've said this all week in my preview and streams. There tonight, he had 2 chances. Don't get me wrong, they weren't easy chances, and the keeper done really well on both of them, by the way. Or I think the centre back got back on one of them, right? But if that was Aubameyang or Laka or maybe Pepe, you'd like to think that would be a goal, right? And that comes with experience. It comes with knowing what to do at the right time. Yeah, Saka's not ready for first team action at Arsenal Football Club. As much as we think he's good and he's talented, don't get me wrong, loan him out. Loan him out to a Championship or a lower down the Premier League table team. Yeah,
I'm not quite at loan out stage, but I see why you say that. I'm not. I still think he's a good enough talent. I agree with you to an extent, in the sense that I do think we should use him a lot more sparingly than we do. Because I think you're putting a lot of pressure on the kid. You're almost doing an Iwobi with him, and I don't like that.
Let me ask you this.
Go on.
Out of him and Pepe,
yeah,
they've probably played about the same amount of games this season.
Yeah, unbelievably. Yeah.
Why? What has Saka shown to you that's more than what Pepe's shown to you? If the answer is not the right way, then he shouldn't be starting the games, because there's
listen, bro, I believe that. I'm with you in as far as I don't think he should be starting games. It's unbelievable. We finally spent £72 million on an attacking player, and he can't get on the pitch. It's incredible. Only at Arsenal would this kind of crap happen.
So that's my point, though. What has Saka shown that's better than what Pepe's shown? Because tonight he played Saka left wing and Martinelli right wing. For me, that's Pepe right wing, Martinelli left wing, and Laka up front.
Big up to you, Tom Brown, for the £2 donation.
Listen.
Emre's rubbish, but the players let him down, and the fans let him and the fans down.
Well, listen, you can't disagree with that, but I think, and thank you, mate, and I think that Pepe scored more goals against Vitoria in 20 minutes than Saka scored in his whole Arsenal career in the first team. Yeah. He scored 1 goal, bruv, against Frankfurt away. How's he getting in the team? Quite a lot. Yeah. Over a £72 million record signing. Yeah?
I know your thing. Here's your thing. I've worked you out now. Here's your thing. I know you like established. If they're established and proven, you prefer that. That's just your thing. That's why I'm so surprised you're so high on Martinelli, because normally,
but Martinelli scores and produces on the pitch. Look at Martinelli's goals. He scored 7 goals, a couple of assists. Yeah. What's Saka done, bruv? 1 goal.
Here's the thing. I think it's too early to be spitting what Saka done, boss.
No, I know that. But when he's playing over the record signing, you have to ask that question. Why is he playing, but Pepe ain't? Pepe's got more in his Arsenal than Saka has.
I'm with you as far as Pepe should be starting games. I don't get it. My man got an assist. He got an assist in his last start, and for some reason is now on the bench.
I'm not saying that Saka shouldn't start games. What I'm saying is there's no way in a million years you start that boy over the record signing. Yeah?
I am totally with you.
I can understand Martinelli starting over him because Martinelli's producing every time he plays. Yeah? Apart from tonight when he didn't score or get an assist, yeah? I can understand Pepe getting dropped for Martinelli all day long. But for Saka, he don't score, he don't assist. What does he do? And I'm not hating on him because it's not his fault. He's trying. It's the manager hanging him. Yeah? The record signing should have started tonight over him. And he didn't even get on the pitch.
I'm with you.
Why have we done 72 mil on a player that can't start, but this 18, 19-year-old boy is starting pretty much like there or thereabouts the same amount of games as him? Why did we buy him? Go and buy a centre-back for 72 mil.
On the right-hand side, what would you give Martinelli?
I can't answer that question.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes. What am I talking about? Martinelli. I thought he was. I thought he tried and was okay, and he had that chance where he could have scored. I think it was perhaps a more difficult chance than I initially gave him credit for. I'll give him a 5. I thought he was decent and was plucky and tried. And then finally, Aubameyang scored a good goal, but other than that, was missing for the rest of the game.
Like I keep telling you, bruv, if he other than scoring goals, he offers absolutely nothing. Yeah, and I get told, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. He's the Premier League's top scorer. Oh, you're such a hater." No, go and watch Aguero. When Aguero don't score, guess what he's doing? He's running around, he's tackling, he's pressing, he's getting the ball back, he's going down the wing. Yeah, because my man fully got dropped for Jesus. Yeah, and got told you better work your backside off
to get back in the team. Yeah,
and he sat on the bench for a 19-year-old Brazilian that had never played in this league before. Yeah,
yeah.
And he thought, you know what? I'm going to roll them up, bruv, and I'm going to show you I'm the best striker in the league. Yeah? And he got himself back in the team. Now watch him. Watch Harry Kane off the ball. Yeah? Harry Kane off the ball is relentless, bruv. Yeah? Not recently, under Poch, yeah, the last couple of months, yeah? But if you go back to the last couple of seasons, them strikers off the ball offer way more than Aubameyang, and they still score the same amount of goals.
Yeah, for me, I'll give Uber a 4, and that's only because
he took his goal well. Don't get me wrong, he took his goal well. He done a nice little bit of skill. They've got a Ole where he done a little stand on the ball and flick it. Yeah, but there was no one near him. But yeah, listen, I would have started Laka because he scored twice at the weekend. But I suppose in a way it was kind of justified because Aubameyang scored, so that might have got his confidence up now. So now we've got both of them. But at the same time, Laka scores twice and gets dropped.
To answer your question, Pistol, yes, we do. We do Black Fridays, and it will be Black Friday tomorrow. That's why my email's going mad with Black Friday offers. Okay. Let's do the subs real quick. Guendouzi, I'm going to give a 5. I thought he showed plenty of energy, showed he wants the ball. And this is why I like the kid. That's why I like the kid. I do like him. Mesut Ozil, I'm almost tempted not to rate him because it ain't going to be pretty.
No, he was on for quite a while, bro. I've rated him.
It weren't pretty. I'll be honest. I thought Mesut was the worst player on the pitch. Straight up, even when he came on, I thought he was a 2 out of 10. Straight up. I don't notice. I've not really said a man of the match yet. I'm gonna have to reluctantly go Granit Xhaka. Damn, boss!
You were saying Granit Xhaka and calling me out, yeah.
I was trying not to.
Player ratings, yeah.
As we went through it, I was like, "Damn, there was actually nobody good." So, it has to be Granit Xhaka.
What about Torreira? You're not marking him there.
Torreira, I'm not marking him. It was on too late, and I barely saw him when he came on. As for Spanish Moyes,
Spanish Bruce Rioch, bruv.
Same thing, and it's a potato. For me, you seem like a nice guy, bro. I have nothing against you. Time is up. You look lost, and Lee called this 5 minutes before it actually happened. And I just think that's just a sign that you clearly don't have any idea.
It's got to the point that it was under Wenger. You can predict what he's going to do and what he's going to say.
Yeah.
But it took Wenger so long to get to that point where you could predict it. It took this guy 18 months, bro. Yeah, bye. See ya.
I think you need to recall Emre back to his homeland, bro. Only you could do it. Only you could do it.
Good evening.
But no, for me, Emre, I'm not even going to rate you because it ain't going to be nice. You know what you're going to get. You lost the game. All right, the first half was an improvement. You're not going to get a 1 for that.
Right, what are you going to give the fans, bro? What are you going to give the fans? Bear in mind, some of them were jumping up and down pretending to be Frankfurt fans at 2-1, yeah?
And that's the thing. To me, listen, if I hadn't seen that, for the fans that got there, you'd have got good marks. Well, honestly, because you went to the game in the cold, you knew that was coming, and you still went. For those who turned up, but most of the stadium was empty. And then when the second goal went in, you started celebrating, bruh. I don't co-sign that. I don't care. I don't care. Even if it meant Emre stays one more game, you will never see me wish for Arsenal to lose. Never.
And
I will never
that's what winds me up, Chig, right? Is a certain fan channel gets, oh, you're negative, you're profiting off a loss. I get told that, you get told that. You're embarrassing. You're a disgrace to the club. No, what's a disgrace to the club is paying for a ticket to go and watch Arsenal as an Arsenal supporter. Yeah, you're in the ground, and then they score their second goal, and you're jumping up and down celebrating it. Yeah, as an Arsenal supporter, that is embarrassing. And every single one of them that done that should have their ticket revoked and never be able to go again. Yeah, because that's disgusting, mate. That's disgusting. Yeah, I can get booing, I can get jeering, I can get swearing, screaming, shouting. You don't celebrate their goal, bruv, by jumping up and down. There was a full 30 of them doing it, bruv. Yeah. And I actually thought it was Frankfurt fans.
Yeah, you thought it was Frankfurt. It was only because VP insted it to me and said, no, look carefully. These are Arsenal fans. And they were actually in Arsenal tops. I didn't even clock it before.
No, I didn't. But yeah, that's disgusting, mate. Absolutely disgusting, yeah. And that just sums up where we are as a club, mate. And I did say this full halfway through the stream. I said the biggest problem at this football club is the fan base. That kind of backed it up, really, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Honestly, the timing was pretty good as well. But yes, I think, to be honest, it's the worst I can remember Arsenal playing, because I was a bit young for the Terry O'Neill days, and the Bruce Rioch days were pretty bad. But even the Wenger final days weren't this bad. They weren't this bad.
Try going Swansea away on a Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, bruv, yeah, and tell me it weren't bad when you're getting rained on and getting
this bad, but this bad though.
Yeah, and losing. Going up to Man City and getting slapped. Going up to Anfield getting slapped. Yeah, going Brighton, Bournemouth, everywhere.
Listen, I know we had some. I know we had some. I know we did.
Bruv, trust me, I got in at 3:30 in the morning from Swansea.
I know. Yeah, now we had some.
Listen,
not
consistently
this bad.
He is clueless. The one thing I will say, and everyone knows my thoughts on the previous manager, the one thing I will say is, if the previous manager had the last 7 games, we wouldn't have not won in 7 games. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he was...
That's the nicest thing I've ever heard him say about
I'm real, bro. I just say it is, yeah? Unrealistic. The previous manager would not have not got a win in 7 games.
Agreed.
There we go.
Agreed. So, yeah. All right. That's pretty much it.
Wenger in.
Oh, God. All right. Easy. Thank you so much to everyone watching. Almost 250 people watching. Before you bounce, before you click that X, please do stick a like on that video. Drive those likes up through the roof. It helps new people notice the show. It helps new people subscribe. It helps me get to 7K. And to be honest, I probably still won't shut up because I'll still want more subs. But help me get to 7K.
2 people have liked this, man. No, we ain't leaving until it's a one-up.
72 people, and there's 243 people watching.
Come on,
guys.
76 now, 24 more. Go through some comments for a couple of minutes till it's done. As soon as it is 100, we're gone. And then we're going to go and do my player ratings for the full team. Or it's going to bounce. Then I've got to upload a video. It's going to take me 2 hours to upload a 10-minute video, bruv.
Were the late George Graham days that bad? I don't think so. Not this bad.
They weren't this bad, but they were bad. No, it was it.
It did start to get bad, but not this bad.
Right, come on, 15 more people and I can go and do my video. It's 25 to 1 in the morning. I've still got to do my stream. Yeah, after I've done that, I've got to upload my daily transfer update that I recorded earlier, which is going to take me 2 hours, bruv, yeah? Do you know what I mean? It's just long. It is absolutely long. I'm still going to be awake at 4 a.m.
Do you think there'll be a new manager in the morning, like Emily says?
I think he's getting sacked tomorrow. And if he ain't by midday, I'll be fully Raul out. I'm not
Lee
even
will
joking. It's a disgrace.
Lee will probably let me know before my phone lets me know. Guys, please do get these likes going. Please do get me through 100 while we're still on. That'd be really.
I can go. I need to get another beer, man. I've been sat here for 10 minutes with an empty can of Australia. I didn't want to be rude, you know what I mean? It's different when I'm on my stream, but when I'm on somebody else's,
they can just nip off.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, Jesus Christ. The writing's on the wall, says Andrew. Right, we ain't leaving until you get 100 likes. I swear, I'll sit here all night if I have to.
I think Freddie will take charge on Sunday. Very possibly. Very possibly. That to me just seems like the easiest fix until they can actually get
there's a meeting. It's all over the website, all over the internet. There's a meeting tomorrow.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, apparently there's a meeting tomorrow.
Please, please.
But he's got, if he does go, and Nuno Espirito Santo's announced tomorrow as well, yeah, I'm fully recalling my plug. Yeah, my source is coming back, bro. Yeah, because he was right. He just got the wrong date.
Do you think we can make a sacking and employ Nuno all in the same weekend?
On the same day? Could you imagine it? 9 o'clock in the morning, Emery's gone. Midday, Nuno's announced. Could you imagine? The streams will be lit. You'll be at work. Jesus Christ! Yeah, you need to take the day off.
Do you know what I mean? Alan's been saying this all night. Let me just poo-poo this now. I do not know this Dan Goats guy. I don't know him. I wish I did, but I don't know him.
Just because he's Nigerian, bro.
I know, right?
When Americans ask me if I know the Queen, do you know the Queen? No, I'm just from England. I don't know her. She's not even English, bruv. She's German.
I'm gonna be nipping into my on a stress down day tomorrow, so I'm going to be nipping into the meeting room as soon as everybody gets announced being sacked. Pull out the camera and be like, "Listen, I'm going live straight up. Let's do it."
Yeah. Come on, 5 more likes and I can go and set up my stream. Just get it done, man. I'm going to go and do my player ratings. So come on, let's get it done.
Do you know what this person someone similar asked me this question the other day. Do you know if he is?
Apparently, he hasn't got all of his licenses.
Apparently not.
He said he can only manage for 3 months.
It depends how close he is.
That's true, because how many managers have not got a license but then get given a job? Like I don't know.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Why a gift gaff texting me? Welcome to Spain. Yeah, I've only been here 3.5 weeks. Welcome to Spain. Calls, texts, and data will now come out of your normal UK allowance. Really? I've been here 3 weeks, mate, and I've fully got no data because you keep rinsing it and charging me for credit to get more data. You frauds. They're bigger frauds than Arsenal, bruv.
Do you know what I mean?
Right, are we on a winner yet? Let's go, man. 100 likes. Thank you very much, people.
Thank you, guys.
I'm going to get ratings. Big up, Chig. Big up, Chig. Come on. Love you, bruv. Thank you for coming on the channel again, always.
No, thank you for coming on my turn as well, man. Please do go subscribe to Lee Gunner if you haven't already. Do go and give our watch along a like. At least you'll be able to see our reactions when the goal went in. Please do continue sticking likes on this video. Hit that subscribe button. Do follow me at Colossal Chig, which you could find on Twitter, or Guna Eagle Eye on Insta. That is what the handle's about. Go follow me on Insta, and go follow Lee on Insta. All of our social links are in the description below, so go and hit that up and give us a follow. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So take care. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. Emre the F out, and Lee.
Wenger in.
Rapper in. Right, I'm out of it. Take care. Peace.